Alright everybody, I've got my China Mart machete here. Well, not China Mart, China machete. This is one my brother Jimmy bought me at a flea market for $6. Now I've took a file to it and put a little bit of an edge on it, but not much. It needs to do a real good sharpening, but my belt sander quit on me, so I'm probably going to take this to work and just run it on the belt sander they've got, put an edge on it. But let's give it a couple of chopping tests and see how it does on a few things. And then I'll see if I can't find something to baton with it real quick. Alright? Alright, y'all. Here's a little sapling. It's dead. You can see I'm breaking stuff off of it. It's got some live coming up on it. For the most part, it's dead. It's 1.5 inches round. Like I said, now I don't have much of an edge on this at all. And even without an edge, it still just goes right through it because it's just so thin. But I don't have anything on that as far as sharpening, so you can see it's not skinning real good. It's a little bit awkward if you try to do it up here, of course, but down here at the base, you can grip up on it. And like I said, I hadn't put much of an edge on this at all, and it's still just flat skinning that bark off, making little curls out of it. And that's with no edge. I don't think it won't even stop on a fingernail. That's just how dull it is right this minute. I would wrap this handle a little bit more. You can see the cord that they've got wrapped on it is already slid. See how it's doing. I would say wrap with what we call mastic. Put a layer of mastic around this and then wrap it even tighter with the paracord. Or if nothing else, put you a handle on it. You know, make you a little, wouldn't take much to put a handle on it. That might be my next project, is putting a small handle on this. I don't want to unwrap it all the way just to see if it's drilled, but I'd like to know if it's drilled underneath that paracord. I'll do that later so I'm not wasting battery time and memory card time, because I only have 35 minutes of video I can do on one card, and no, I didn't bring another one with me. But it chops like a breeze. So let me stop this, get a piece of wood that I can baton real quick, and we'll see how it does on batoning. Alright guys, just cutting a little piece off of a little dead tree that's failed over there. Get this off, see if my baton will hold up. And I got a root here that I'm going to use to baton on. So no matter what the knife costs you, you don't want to beat it into the dirt. And my baton ain't going to hold up. But you know what? That's alright. There's more than one way to do this. I'm going to tell you what. $6 machete. You might want to not bet your life on it. It might break on me eventually, because I'm going to keep testing this bad boy. And one of the first things I'm going to do is put me a better handle on it so it don't slip in my hand. But you know what? $6 for the machete, and I can put a handle on it for free, just put a little bit of glue that it will take, and a couple of pins. And I use metal coat hangers for my pins. They're roughly 1/8 of an inch around, a little bit smaller sometimes, but I got tons of those for free. And I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I probably shouldn't be chopping into a live root. You know, not just because I'm the common man, but because I try to use common sense. But for $6, y'all, I can hold this and get in here and do some finer work with it. It's not real sharp on the back. It's not really super squared off, but I believe Let's try this on camera real quick. Look at that. I can still do a ferro rod with it, even though it's not super sharp and, you know, hurting my hand. And if I had to, yeah, I could do it up here, so it's closer, but I can hold it just right here and do it even better and do more control. Your finger can sit in that little groove right there. That little hole gives you a little bit of purchase. Plus, when you're holding on to it, you can get in there like that. You can even get up here on this point if you need to do some finer work. So for $6 for something to throw in your pack, you can't beat this, y'all. I mean, okay, and I'm not comparing apples to oranges, y'all, but let me just say something. Pathfinder knife, I'm not putting it down, but we all know this isn't $6. Now, this is a workhorse of a knife, and will it outlast this machete? Most definitely. There's not a doubt in my mind. I could not drive this machete into a tree and stand on it without it bending or snapping. But if you're a common man and you're trying to get out there and you don't have a knife yet, for $6 you can still get something like this from your flea market. A lot of times big tool warehouses like Harbor Freight will have stuff like this. Make a few changes to it. Widen this finger choy out. You see how fat my finger are. It doesn't want to slide in there comfortably. A little bit of file work to open that up a little bit and sharpen it up, and you can get in there and comfortably make, I said this has no edge on it like I would normally have on a knife, but you can easily get in here and put little curls on wood. If I had a good edge on it, I wouldn't have a problem getting in here and making a notch with it. I said right now, she's dull, folks. Look at that. I'm putting force on that now. So she's dull, and she's still splitting wood like a beast and chopping like heaven. You can see how thin she is. That's a little over 1/8 of an inch thick. I said again, we'll compare it in thickness to the Pathfinder here. I'd say it's 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit thicker. But because of this hollow ground profile, if you put an edge on this, put you a better handle on it, or rewrap this handle with real paracord so it's a little bit more, you know, grippy, so it won't slide. You can see how easy it is to slide this around. I could probably just tighten that up. It's not uncomfortable in the hand. It's just going to slip on you a little bit, and put you a little bit longer lanyard on it so you can wrap it around your wrist when you're swinging it heavy. And for $6, you've got a good woodsworthy tool. Got a good solid point for getting in there and starting your notches. You know, put it in there and do your little working around to start your notch for your bow drill or whatever, your hole. So for $6, y'all, you're not going to beat that. I said I'm going to keep testing this. I'm going to do a complete destruction test video on it one day. So look for them at your pawn shop, your flea markets rather, your big tool outlets, stuff like that. Let's slap it in the tree right there real quick, and we'll definitely revisit this for you again here soon. But I'm getting ready to grab me a bite to eat, do some scouting around, try to get some video. I want to save a few minutes to where I can video some stuff. We'll catch you in the next one, alright?